What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once stars Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Hsu, and Ki Hugh Hwan, and tells the story of an aging Chinese immigrant woman who is swept up in an insane adventure where she alone can save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives she could have lived. Now, this film is a fascinating film. I was really looking forward to this film because I really enjoyed all the trailers and I really love Michelle Yeoh. I've been loving Michelle Yeoh since Crazy Rich Asians, and I really enjoy different stories that A24 brings us. A24 is a studio that has been having their ups and downs, and sometimes their films aren't on par. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they leave us disappointed. A few weeks ago, they released a film called X that I wasn't really a fan of, but a lot of people really seemed to enjoy that film, but it didn't work for me as much as I wanted it to. This film, however, made up for that because I thought this film was weirdly bonkers. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of funny moments, a lot of more funny moments than I actually expected there to be in this film, and I really liked the performances in this film. The way they utilized every single character in this film is actually really fascinating, and they do a new clever twist on the whole time travel multiverse things that to my degree I have not seen. I saw this film in an IMAX screen and it was a lot of fun. I was actually surprised that this film was in IMAX because I believe this is the first time that an A24 film has been presented in IMAX. I'm pretty sure by the time that this film actually gets its wide release, it probably won't be in IMAX because it's going to be taken up by either Morbius or Ambulance. But I was so really fortunate to see this film in IMAX because I thought it was a lot of fun seeing the aspect ratio change and seeing the way that the film was conducted. The editing in this film is insanely bonkers. I really love what they did with the editing, the way that they shot the action sequences in this film. It was really fun. It was really deep. There was a lot more heart in this film than I actually expected. Michelle Yeoh is Michelle Yeoh. Whenever she's on screen, she's going to kick so much ass, and in this film, she delivers every single performance and she ate up every moment in this film. She has a lot of layers in this film that I didn't expect from her character in this film. She has that little tough mom love that we just recently saw in Turning Red, and she's trying to grab hold of what is actually making her go down that road, and I really like the way that this film actually turned out to be. Ki Hugh Hwan, who I'm not really that familiar with, I do apologize if I've been mispronouncing anybody's names in this review, but I thought he was a standout in this film. I really latched onto his character a lot more, and I really liked the whole different characters that he actually brought, and the way that he performed them is really, really great, and I thought he was the best part of this film. I got attached to him a lot more, and it made me sympathize for him a little bit more than other characters in this film. Stephanie Hsu, who we just barely saw in Shang-Chi in a small part, she has a bigger role in this film. She plays Michelle Yeoh's daughter in this film, and there were some layers to her character, but ultimately I didn't really gravitate to her character all too much. There were some characters here and there that she portrayed in this film that I actually liked over her main character, but I thought she did really well of not only balancing all the great different multiverses of herself, and this goes out to everybody who has their own little multiverse person inside them. This film has a lot of great nuance. It was a lot of fun. It was really funny. The action sequences were shot really well. They're not shaky cam, so you are able to see the action sequences in its full sequence, and that's something that I really loved about this film. I didn't know what to expect with this film, but I really came out loving this film. I thought it was great. It is a little bit too long. It goes on for probably 20 minutes too long. 25 minutes too long. I thought there were some moments in this film that you could have wrapped this up and it would have been a prestige film, but it really does keep going, and I thought Daniel Kwan and Daniel Snyder. both of the Dans. I thought both of the Dan and Daniels, I thought they did a really good job directing this film. I haven't seen Swiss Army Man, but I've heard mixed reviews about that film. But I thought this was a fantastic film. I liked the way that they shot. The performances were great. The editing was fantastic. I really came out loving this film, probably a little bit more than I anticipated because I didn't know what to expect from this film. But I really thought it was a fresh of breath air. I thought it was something that we could probably need right now. And I thought it was just a lot of fun seeing all these characters. And a lot of the humor did hit. Some of the humor was mixed. But I really enjoyed this film in its entirety. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and give Everything Everywhere All at Once an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, it does go on for a little bit too long. I thought there was some moments where you could wrap this up and it would have been a clean bow, but it actually did make me reflect on my life and actually ponder whether I have different versions of myself that there could be out there and possibly controlling me. I wish that was the case, but what did you guys think about Everything Everywhere All at Once? It was released last week, limited. I went to an early screening because we're not getting it until next week. So if you haven't seen it, what are your expectations for this film? And if you have seen it, go ahead and let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on the film was. Until next time, this is Josie Reviews.